Let's spend a little more time in our attribute palette. Let's look at some of the other options. We had spoken about fill color, right? If I make a circle, I can go ahead and select a fill color for that, a lovely green. And we also now, I believe I spoke a little bit about line color. I can change that line color, right, by selecting the pen color, right? There's a few other things that we ought to be able to talk about here, and one of them is line weight, right? So if I select this line, by default, my line weight is 0.05 millimeters, right? Which is a drafting convention. The thickness of a pencil lead is measured in millimeters. 0.05 is very, very thin. If I select here, you'll see that I get a list of options. Drafting conventions typically run 0.25, 0.35, 0.5, and 0.7. If you were to go buy a mechanical pencil, you will, one that has the lead that you can advance and reload, you will find that you can buy them in generally those four dimensions. That's 0.25, 0.35, 0.5, and 0.7. A 0.7 being a fairly bold line. If you look at the drawing right now, you'll see that that line is significantly more bold than the others. And we can change any line that we want to whatever thickness we want, right? So here's a 0.14, which is a very bold line. All of your endpoints, midpoints, all of that remains the same. All we have done is drawn the line thicker to make it stand out more on a drawing as opposed to our very, very thin lines that we have drawn. So this is all controlled through our attributes palette that controls how objects look on the page. And so those are attributes. And that is what we need right now for our attribute palette. It does other things, but just understand the convention of fill for a shape. Here, let's do a shape. Let's draw a rectangle, right? It has its fill of that. Let's give it a fill color of this peach color, Georgia peach, right? And now let's give it a line weight of 1. You'll see that it has a much more distinct border around it. We can then change that pen color, I don't know, let's pick something tacky. Well, this may not be that tacky. Right? And now it has a blue border. It just gives us a chance to be able to change colors so that we can make the shape stand out or recede as we wish. And that's what I have right now. Thanks.